What a fantastic day for Land Rover BAR. We have just won the Red Bull Youth America's Cup. The guys and girls sailed superbly. It wasn't without drama. It was a pretty straightforward day yesterday, and today was anything but straightforward, but it doesn't really matter. We won the Red Bull Youth America's Cup. I'm going to start our tour around with Johnny Macbeth, the senior sailing team manager. And Johnny, when we started the academy 2 years ago, it was with the ultimate goal of winning the Red Bull Youth America's Cup, and we've just done it here in the Great Sound.
Yeah, no, exactly. And what a day. You know, it has been quite the journey. And like you say, when we did start out this project, it was about, you know, trying to come here, win the Youth America's Cup, but there's also been quite a lot more to it. There's a bit more substance there. And you know, you see in all the promos, and it's been talked about, this pathway into the America's Cup, and we took that, but there's also a pathway into sailing, into you know, professional teams. And you know, I think what we've seen over this project, and we've got a few of the guys here that are involved, but you know, this is a much bigger project, and it you know, it's incredibly satisfying to be standing here, like I say, in Bermuda, just done the deed, won the America's Cup youth division, and you know, who knows where we're going to go to from here.
That's right, the boys did really well today. We'll move down the line. We'll go to Matty Adams. Matty Adams, life coach, I think.
Life coach, yeah.
You've seen these guys. You've been a perfect guy to ask about how you've seen the team gel over the last sort of 18 months under yours and Andrew Walsh's tutelage. They've done a superb job coming together as a unit.
Yeah, for sure. They're all best mates now, I believe. You know, all walks of different walks of life, different backgrounds, and they've just all gelled together for this, you know, this one moment.
And the Extreme Sailing Series played a part in getting the team here. That's obviously been pivotal.
Yeah, I think so. Especially looking at today, that it was perfect Extreme Sailing Series. You know, 8 boats, short course.
Yeah.
You know, you just had to nail the jumps in the pack, and that's exactly what they did.
Spot on, Matty. Thank you very much, Chris. How you doing?
Is your heart out of your mouth?
So I don't know where to start with you today. I was listening to your comms all day, and you were as cool as a cucumber until halfway up the last beat, you gave someone a bit of a shout for a really minor thing about the board rake, and I thought, Chris, keep it together, mate, but you kept it together. I thought you drove the boat really well with Elliot at the back of the boat. And let's go to the moment that, in my opinion, handed you the Red Bull Youth America's Cup, when you saw the Germans and Artemis having that tussle. You knew it was on?
Yeah, so coming down the last run, we were 4th around the last windward, and we knew that we had to get to 3rd. The 2 Germans and Swedish were quite a way in front of us, but we knew that anything could happen in this race course. It's shifty, breezes up and down, boundaries, and the last mark, they were so close together, we knew there could be something going on. Yeah. And then when we saw that they had a penalty, we knew that was our chance. So we just had to make sure we kept going, and the guys did an amazing job to get the boat along that bottom reach at top speed.
That's right.
And that got us the win.
That's right, and Artemis had to defend that spot against New Zealand to get 3rd overall, so that just goes to show the style of racing. There's fights all over the course.
Yeah, I think the points at the end are so close, from 1st to 5th or 6th, and it just shows how much you have to fight for every position on the course. And I think we did that really well today. We had an OCS at one point and some penalties, and we managed to get some good results in all 3 races.
Mate, it was unbelievable today. Pleasure to watch. Good sailing,
Cheers.
really good. So Neil, mate, big couple of weeks really. Let's be honest.
It's been a big couple of months, Fred.
It's been a big couple of months since you landed in Bermuda and you painted the whole boat shed as the nipper of the senior team, to doing incredibly well with the senior team and going racing in the Louis Vuitton. And now, mate, I mean, this has got to be right up there.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, it's pretty overwhelming to have been involved in the Louis Vuitton, as you say, and then straight into winning the Red Bull Youth America's Cup. Couldn't really ask for more.
Mate,
I mean,
you were brilliant.
Yeah, cheers, Fred.
Mate, absolutely brilliant. And what's next? Like, surely you're just going to chill out. I mean, you've had the biggest 6 months than any sailor's had.
Looking forward to chilling out, I'll tell you that.
Oh, mate, it was absolutely brilliant. Nice job.
Cheers.
Sam? Nerves of steel. Did you think you had it in the bag all the way around? Those first 2 races were the 2 big races, because you had to turn 8ths into 4ths. Like, they were the big races for me.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we didn't have the best starts in the first 2 races today, and all the way around the course, just aiming for every place, every point we could, and then that all came together in the last race. That, yeah, as you said earlier, got handed a little bit, and the Kiwis handed it to them. They sailed an absolutely fantastic day. Yeah.
But you just can't. The Kiwis were unbelievable. They took 3 race wins today, but they didn't have a great day yesterday. So I think it swings and roundabouts. You guys bossed yesterday, so it's the way that sailing goes. And if you had to have a word for the Kiwis coming second,
Yeah, well done.
Yeah,
Smashed the day.
Yeah, they did smash the day, but
We did well.
We
did well yesterday.
Very modest, highly modest. Nice work, Elliot, mate. On the wing, doing the tactics, doing the maths today, all the way around.
Yeah, trying to. So, I mean, going into today, obviously we had a bit of a cushion. We just tried to keep things simple today. But for one reason or other, things weren't going our way, and we had to pick a way through. You know, we had the chat this morning. You know, this event's going to be won or lost on picking your way through when you do get behind the pan. And I thought we kept it. You know, we did the best job in the fleet of doing that, in my view, and that's ultimately what did it for us. The last race, like you say, you know, second lap we had heaps on, and you know, being the tactician sat right next to Chris, you know, we were discussing up the final beat. You know, look, there's no prize for second place here.
Yeah.
Do we engage with the Kiwis as they come downwind? But ultimately, the fleet behind so strong that it just wasn't an option. Yeah. So we just had to wait for a more realistic opportunity, and as soon as we saw that blue light flashing on the back of the second and third boats, then we saw the opportunity was there, and we just had to, you know, close out the last two jobs, and there we go.
And mate, we saw it on the whole team's face crossing the line. I mean, you've won Olympic regattas, you've been winning national championships your whole life. This must rank right up there.
Yeah, you know, I've been a single-handed sailor my whole life, and I've won, like you say, regattas and more recently senior regattas, but I cannot explain the feeling and pure elation of winning a regatta like this as a team. It really does rate way beyond anything I've ever won as an individual. To share that with a great group of guys who, you know, I've not been the academy for the full journey. I've been kind of in out with injury or lazy sailing and so on. And so for these guys to, you know, join me, welcoming me into the team, and ultimately come bring the Youth America's Cup home is awesome.
Yeah. Top job. Like your comms and your tactics throughout the 2 days, I thought were top draw, mate. Really impressive.
Cheers, Freds.
Adam Kay, reserve sailor, but I think one of those guys that's the real sort of glue in the team. You've been with us from the very start. I remember your name getting mentioned when we talked about the academy, and you were one of the first sailors to come through the door. And also, you've taken on the job with the shore crew, like the guys, Matty Adams and Walshy, say that you run the boat perfectly, not only here but in the Extreme Sailing Series. So it must be a real special feeling for you to close out this big journey for you with that medal around your neck.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing just to watch the guys go out there and do such a good job in the racing and come away with the final win. And I'm so proud to be a part of everything that we've done together, like, through all the Extreme Sailing Series and to what we've done here. I'm just so happy for the guys, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
And it keeps rumbling on, the academy keeps rumbling on.
Yes, so straight out to Madeira after this.
There you go, that's it.
See how we get on.
Andrew Walsh, the coach.
Ready?
Keeping this group of lively lads and ladies ticking over, like hard group to manage, uncoachable, or were they the perfect group?
They're a good bunch, really good bunch. Yeah, it's been obviously a pretty emotional day today for everybody, but the impressive thing, everybody really stuck to their roles really well in the boat, which is exactly what we talk about. We kind of said before the event that you're going to have your good races, you're going to get off the line well, and the race will be relatively easy. As soon as you're down the back of the pack, that's when the event was going to get won, and it was how many boats you could overtake. And I think the difference came down to the Kiwis had a standout day today, but yesterday they weren't able to move through the fleet quite as well as the guys and girls did today, and that was, you know, what won them the event, which was brilliant to watch.
Very good, nice job, Walshy. Phenomenal over the last 2 years. Top coaching, old boy. We're missing Rob Bunce. He's doing media stuff, so we'll leave the last word with Annabelle Voss. Annabelle, there has been so much talk around the America's Cup Village that you are the first female, the first girl to compete in the Red Bull Youth America's Cup, and you've only gone and won it. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's obviously been a lot of speculation as to whether girls can get on these boats, and hopefully we've just proved that absolutely they can, and they definitely should anyway. 100%
you can. Like watching you fit in with the guys, running the strategy at the front of the boat, watching you involved with every aspect of the campaign has been truly inspirational to all female sailors, I'd imagine, but it's exactly what the Academy's about. Yeah, I think just having a different voice, a different style of thought, like, doesn't help, and for us it definitely doesn't hurt, and for us it definitely helped. Yeah, completely. You're spot on, Annabelle. A true inspiration, not only to all young British sailors, but all female sailors around the world. I think what you've done today won't really dawn on you for a while, but to beat all the best young sailors in the world was absolutely wicked. Super stoked for you. Thank you. Well, there you go. I don't think there's anything more to say. I think the Academy summed it up perfectly. We came here to win the America's Cup. Unfortunately, that didn't quite go our way, but for the Academy to win the Red Bull Youth America's Cup is a superb achievement for our team.